Oh, we in the building. We in the building. It's the DLG podcast. We just a couple minutes late, getting a few kinks out the system. Of course, every stream's gonna be a little bit better than last time. We're just getting the continuity, amongst the panel, everything like that. Want to encourage everybody to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Hit that bell for notifications. We going in.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Hey man,
What's
cooling,
good?
baby.
What's good?
Oh, nothing, man. We just cooling, man. Cooling. Hold up. Let me get some little intro sauce for you. Hold up. Add to stream. Little intro sauce for you. It was a good week. We got it in. The Shoot the Shit Saturday was amazing. The Wednesday was amazing. You guys go back and check out all those videos. Pretty soon be able to tell y'all that we got 100 videos for you and that we going in. So, today we talking about Brittney Griner and her episodes and everything. Agree or disagree. We're gonna talk about it. Everything that go along with that. We got a clip from the Dr. Umar Johnson. I know people, they got their feelings and views about him and what he stands for and everything. So I think that'll be a good topic to get on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was supposed to be for my intro. I had it set for my intro. Yeah, it's a little bit too loud, but I got it down now.
Here we go. That sounds good right there.
Yep.
So we in there just to let y'all know this is a DLG podcast. Just in case it was a little bit too loud. This is number 3. We going all the way up. Don't jump on in when we at number 59, number 75, because that's where we're gonna be. Whether motherfuckers want to bite the wave or do whatever, go ahead and do what you do. We got plenty of time to strategize and plenty of time backstage that we spend that maybe a lot of these people, they're not going to take that time out to get the continuity and everything going. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we doing for now. And if you're a part of the DLG, go to the Facebook page, DLG Podcast Edition. Go ahead and join the group. Also go on Facebook, DLG Podcast. Well, YouTube. My bad. DLG Podcast. Go ahead and check it out. I'll get a background for that, so it'll be distinctive when you see it. But go ahead over there. It's very important that you hit the subscribe button. I understand everybody don't have YouTube channels, so you're gonna have to make a channel, man. Get a damn email. Put a belt on. That's what we want motherfuckers to do, man. Put a fucking belt on. Everybody's not on Facebook anymore. We understand that. This is turned into a video world. Even youngsters, that's how they talk to each other. What is it? FaceTime. So, TikTok and all of this. They don't want to talk anymore. They want to see you. They want to see you in the flesh. I guess our era was the catfish era. This era, there's not too much catfishing going on, man. Motherfucker want to get up close and personal. So we got to switch over to that. And the party is on Facebook, but the real party's on YouTube. So let's just slowly but surely transition into that. Okay. First up, Brittney Griner. And I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and cook. That's the topic, though.
Well, you want to go first, man?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, Brittney Griner. Okay, for those who aren't familiar with the situation, Brittney Griner is a WNBA basketball player who's being held currently in Russia on accusations of drug possession or whatever. Now, according to American reports, Russia is just terrible and, just well known for planting drugs on American citizens and things of that nature. Now, my thing is this. I'm not going to argue that, right? I'm not going to say that's not true. What I am going to say is that I've never heard of the Russian, vape pack pusher, where their specialty is they push vape packs, right? So if the shit got planted in her bag, I just don't see it being vape packs. It's going to be coke. It's going to be heroin. It's going to be crocodile. It's going to be fentanyl. It's going to at least be E or something. They're going to put some real drugs. So that narrative right there is a little bit weird. And honestly, I kind of find that disrespectful that you guys is playing that particular game with it, because I know how this goes, and nobody plants vape cartridges. Nobody.
Right. So my take on it is this: it's it's BS. It's bull. You know what I mean? Like you said, nobody plants vape cartridge. But the bottom line about it is, we're not even. It's about being accountable. Accountable. First of all, there's a war going on over there. That's first of all. So anybody gets detained during a wartime, it's different rules and different circumstances. Number two, like you said, how should I say this? If you're going, if you're we all got on a plane and went somewhere and has, well, not all of us, but I used to smoke weed before this era, to where when you trying to get on the plane, you got to get rid of it. So you either got to smoke it, or you got to give it away. But what you cannot do is take it on the airport. Now, she's dumb enough to think that she could get away with it, right? And so she got caught. Bottom line. The bottom line is, she got caught trying to put some marijuana oil in a vape cartridge, and she got busted. She looked stupid. And so the part of the problem that with anybody else, it would be, we'll be talking about it, but this agenda thing that we're going to talk about is what's pushing the narrative. She's in the WNBA, and everybody in the WNBA, they don't really care about what's right or what's wrong. For me, they care about the agenda and how it looks and how it comes out. So this is agenda driven. It's not even common sense driven. Brittney should sit her ass down and do the time, because she did the crime, and nobody should eat. That should be it. And so,
But see, you just said something key. You said the agenda, right? And I'm pretty sure you're going to explain to us exactly what you mean by that. But me and you, as a matter of fact, not me and you, me, you, Dr. Hood, and anybody listening and who will listen in the future knows that agendas are not based on common sense. Agendas are pretty much social constructs, yeah?
yep,
At the end of the day, and I'm not saying all agendas are just unjustified, but for what we speaking on, and there's so many agendas. Let's get with this particular agenda. Since when have you ever seen a black woman who's not involved in politics used as a bargaining chip? Like, you're going to take the WNBA player and she's going to be the international bargaining chip. You're not going to get a mayor on vacation. You're not going to get a delegate. You're not going to get a CIA agent who is deep state. Nah, we going to go get the WNBA center. That's just crazy to me. I don't, and no matter how I try to wrap my head around it, when I hear us pushing that type of propaganda, it kind of hurts my heart a little bit, because it lets me know how out of touch we are with how these things really work.
right. So we can talk about, like I said, Brittney, um, the agenda. We can talk
Well,
about,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when we talk
yes,
about the agenda, like, okay, example. Right now, they're saying the agenda is they're trying to weaponize her, and Putin's trying to use her, and all this stuff. And I'm all like, oh, that's the agenda.
yeah, but the agenda clearly in this case is
Right.
gay rights on steroids. So let's just keep it what, if we can say it, the letters on steroids, you know, trying to be impactful, but they're not impactful in this country. You feel what I mean? Like, In America, this she got caught at the airport or something, or she'd be out. The agenda would have freed her Tuesday. You feel what I mean? Last month. But because it's in another country and that country's at war, I'm pretty sure they're not giving a crap about the agenda. And when I say the agenda, is like first gays in sports, all this type of stuff. Like we didn't know Michael Cooper was gay a long time ago. You feel what I
Who
mean?
didn't know?
That's what my point with the
Oh,
agenda.
got you. Okay,
The agenda will
got
tell
you.
you that there's the first gays in sports are just coming up now. When I'm pretty sure way back then there was a lot of gay people in sports and people knew in the locker room. But guess what? We're now just hearing the gays are first in the sports now. Feel what I mean? Like it's crazy to where the Michael Sam thing. It's crazy how they just the Collins thing. It's crazy how they try to spin it to make it relevant when there's no relevancy at all. It's always happened. Gay people like at one point they want to say, hey, look at us, and we want you to have our backs or have acknowledgement to the plight we go through. But then at the same time, then they want to throw stupidity in our face and take our our intelligence, insult our intelligence, right? They can't gays can't be around, or gay people can't be around all the time and then be the first and everything. It's just not happening like that. So that's part of the agenda that they try to create this false narrative of things and have empathetic views to us who've been living this normal lives like cisgender, Dwayne Wade. You know, some of this stuff is just ridiculous.
Hey, let me ask you something about that cisgender stuff. When did that get implemented? Like, when did that become a term? Like cis. I don't mean as far as us. Like what particular year? I want to look that up.
Bro,
If we're able to, I would love to look that up real quick and find out when the term CIS became relevant.
hold on, I'll Google it real quick. But to answer your question for me,
Yeah.
I only knew it was when Logic started talking it. Other than that, I like pay because I just looked.
Yeah, but like what year though? Give me a time. We got to put a time on this shit so we can kind of gauge.
I don't know.
Nah, you know what? 2020, 2019.
Basically, just recently.
Yeah, recently, right? Bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even think I really heard of this shit till like late 2020. Like, I heard about it on the Breakfast Club, bro. When Malik Yoba, I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. So
where he at, bro?
man, don't get me. Don't stop.
All right,
stop
okay,
me,
okay.
bro.
My bad.
You already know how I feel about
My
that.
bad.
Bro.
My bad.
But you're right. When that whole thing came out, and all of a sudden he got. And see, the thing is, he just got caught. He got caught with he likes.
Who? Yoba?
Yeah, like let's see. You see what I mean? It's so darn intelligent. And I'm gonna keep it 100 since we're on the podcast, and I put this in the Divine 9 group, and I told him a Sigma and a Nuke was on the podcast, which is me and you.
Right.
I was offended, bro, because I was a Sigma, and at the Centennial, I got my 4.14 seconds from Malik. I shouted Malik out. He was my, you know what I mean? I gave him some props for coming through. So I was very highly disappointed.
See, that's cool that you disappointed, but we had this conversation already. Like, is Malik Yoba a Sigma, bro?
Yeah, hell no.
Okay. Now I know what's being said. I get that part. But did he do what you had to do?
Nah, not at all.
Then he's not a Sigma.
Okay.
Fuck that.
But in the gays of the Centennial, he was there. He was honorary. You feel me? It was all love. So I like even that. Let me just tie into that with our fraternity with the agenda, right? So
yeah,
this was crazy. So it's our 100-year celebration, and before our internet groups was popping, everybody was getting ready to go to the Centennial 100-year. Cats was coming out the woodworks. People was emailing everybody. What we noticed though, we had a group of certain type of Sigmas that we dubbed the Taliban. And
Oh
the
shit.
Taliban was our LGBT community because we was getting into arguments and they would come on like 50, 60 deep.
Come in deep, tear shit the fuck up. Not
And
playing
so
no
we had to
games.
defend ourselves, like we had to be so because they was already on it, right? And we called them the Taliban. And the thing about it was this is that we figured we had a problem that we thought was an alpha problem, right? We all thought the alphas had all the. We've come to figure out now we have a lot of LBGT dudes in our fraternity too, right?
Yeah,
And
me too.
so we was talking about putting hands on them at the Centennial if they was going to show up being infamous. You know what I mean? Like if they was going to show up on this is a 100-year celebration of Phi Beta Sigma men. If you gay motherfucker, come up here with that flimsy stuff at our Centennial, and so what they did was they pushed back at it. Oh, we gonna be there. You feel what I mean? Like they was ready. We was ready to throw down, but then we got knowledgeable, respecting of our frat, and we just said, "Hey, what would it look like if we just did that?" So we stopped that. Our cooler heads prevailed, and we kind of had to deal with it, right? But that's the stuff that we're going through right now, like the agenda. So now, even if we even push this, people will think that even in our fraternities, which are 100-year standings, that it's about. We ain't never said we had gay people in our fraternity, right? Never. We understood we got gay men in our fraternity. We don't care about that. It's about being men and pushing and doing what we do for social services, right? What you do behind closed doors has never been a problem. Being a brother is a brotherhood. You know what I mean? So the push now, oh bro, it's so crazy. So when Malik got in there, for example, and did this, I think he was trying. I think in my mind, the agenda was trying to make it seem like it was okay. So because, like you said, there's a freaking problem with it, and even in my area in Tacoma, I mess with the Seattle chapter because I'm not cool when you go on this certain guy's Sigma page. He's there with his whole husband. I find that to be offensive. You feel me? And he's not even from Tacoma, so it's like it's a double whack. You feel
Well,
me?
yeah. Well, here's the whole thing. When you dealing with those type of occasions, right? Centennials, things of that nature. I completely understand where you're coming from because you want the focus to be on the traditions of what has created the organization and sustained it through this entire time. And then when somebody's coming through with something just brand new meant to shake up the foundation, because that's really what it's about. It's because we be knowing, right? That be the thing. Me personally, anybody from the CD who grew up in my era who tried to come out, y'all funny to me because you must be doing you can't be doing that for us. You can't possibly be trying to tell me this, right? That's just
Right.
like smoking or drinking or shit like fucking. Did we really have to come out, right? Like when you get your first piece of pussy, bro, did you really have to come out? Like niggas knew.
No, they didn't. You had to tell them. Come on, bro. We was
bro,
young. We had to let the
bro,
homies know.
bro. If you're dealing with some local shit and you're in your own area, stop it, bro. People know what's going on, bro. Stop it, bro.
If you get monkey or your first time you got it.
Now listen, what I'm saying is this: if you dealing with a chick and people know, right? You know how motherfuckers be having them little girl. What's that show called? Wonder Years type of relationship. Niggas be knowing that shit. I ain't talking about you met a chick one night and then da 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 and nah, bro. But when you be younger, we be knowing this stuff. Now, when you be older and you got more privacy and all like that, you could move however. You could go here and do this, there and do that. But when you don't got means like that, niggas know what you be doing. When you
Right.
don't got means like that, That's what I'm looking at. So what I'm looking at is that when they be young, what you covering up? We on the same block. I get it. I see what interests you. I see how when you gravitate to certain things, how it is with you and how it is with me. But if me having to let you come out is gonna keep this thing smooth, then I'll let you come out. But like we knew this already.
Yeah.
We be knowing this shit, but for
Just
whatever reason, niggas gotta be the showstoppers.
just speaking of the agenda, let me like for
Let me
example,
let me
Brittney
catch
Griner.
up.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Now, go ahead.
So speaking with Brittney Griner, it's like the WNBA, right? I used to go to Storms games. You know why I quit going to Storms games?
Why'd you stop going to the games?
It wasn't about basketball. In the stands,
It's
it
a
was about the
basketball game.
but in the stands and stuff, it was about the pride and the LBGTA. Feel what I mean? And so then when that comes in, I'm as a heterosexual
Wait, stop.
male.
Wait. No, stop.
Go
What
ahead.
does that mean? Like you wasn't seeing
I was seeing a lot of the rainbow. I was
what
seeing a lot more of that than I was seeing basketball stuff.
okay, that's what
So
I'm asking
so
you. So
so when you go to the new
you weren't seeing basketball signs, you were seeing politically driven.
right, and
Okay,
I was seeing
okay.
more people who probably couldn't even hoop. So when you go, not necessarily,
Man, you guys
but
don't do that.
not necessarily, but
How you know
at
they
least.
can't?
But that's what I'm saying. And you go to a Knicks game, a Sonics game.
Yeah,
I seen hoopers. I seen people who used to hoop and all that. But when you
but
go to a WNBA game,
all right.
you see what you see in a club that they go to, and then you see the sign, and then you see this. What makes you mad? I don't want your girl. I'm not there to. I'm here to watch the game. I'm not there to. So you ain't got to defense me looking at your girl. It's never the atmosphere was so kind of for a male was so tense that you know I wouldn't bring my daughter to that.
What you mean?
I mean, they got more male athletes. So for the defense of the, you go to a Knicks game or you go to, I mean, there's far more
But
male
what I'm
athletes.
saying is, there's men bring their females to the game. We ain't worried about who's looking at our females.
Well, that's what we
We
brought
ain't
them to
on
the game
that.
for.
We at the game. We still worried about what's on the court. We watching the game. But when you at the WNBA, when you turn around and look, the girl is watching to see if you're looking at her girl like they do. It is what it is. You know that these are the worst when they come out. They act like you want their woman.
But
You
that's
feel what
how
I mean?
girls
Like,
are anyway. Your woman, like you might not be worried about who want your girl, but your girl gonna be worried about who want you. That's how
but
women
that's not
are.
at basketball. But at basketball games, nobody's doing that. I've never encountered that at basketball. That's what I'm saying. At a
So
basketball game,
you never seen a woman, eye
no.
down another man that's been, or another woman that's looking at her man potentially, or let's say her man was reckless eyeballing for too long. You know what I'm saying?
See, no,
She
this
never
is
got
what I'm
herself.
saying. At a basketball game, as men, we're not in. We don't care, bro.
I'm not talking about the men. I'm talking about the women.
But what you asked me,
Your heterosexual girl will have a problem if another woman tries to get your attention.
It's another world with them niggas, man.
but what I'm saying is, I'm saying no because at a game, I'm never into that atmosphere. That's what I'm saying. To where that
That's
I'm
anecdotal though. That's your own personal experience. You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm telling you. So I'm telling you what I said when I
That's
went to
not
a
the
WNBA.
norm. Like the norm, people ain't just,
No,
women,
in the
that's what they
norm,
do. They're not even going for that. They probably can't even tell you three people that's on the court half the time. You take your
so
girl to a game right now, just random game. She can't tell you three motherfuckers. She can't tell you the coach, have they won a championship or not. I mean, look, let's be honest.
I don't go to see. That's the thing. I was either playing, coaching, but I don't go on dates to the game, so I don't see that. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm never in. That's my, which is my kind of my point. In the element at the game, I'm never on date mode. I'm there as a fanatic, a fan, to watch the game of basketball. Basketball is what it's about, nothing else. Not what somebody's dressing, who's looking at who. I'm missing all that. It's nothing about basketball with me at a game. So all the who's looking at who, what not and whatnot, it's I don't see. But to get to my point, when I'm at a WNBA game, I see the agenda. I see the ladies worried about if I'm looking at their man, and on top of that, it's bad basketball. You know what I mean? Like it's like a boring game. It's no dunking. It's
I
no.
had to disagree. I had to disagree.
I'm just like, well, I like to see dunks and
like
flying and hoop.
I like college and WNBA is probably the best basketball to me. Women, you know, because I tell you why. Because the men they rely most, and the league has transformed to an athletic type of deal. You know, women, you got to minus a lot of the athleticism, although they are becoming a lot more athletic. You know, they can't do the things really that guys do, so they play with more strategy, and it's good basketball. No, I'm not making this up for the show. I watch it.
If it was good basketball, the ratings would say that, and the stands would say that.
Niggas want to be. Niggas want to be.
Okay, let me just ask one question. Okay, so you see a WNBA game on or a college women's basketball game on, you don't turn it on?
I usually turn the channel, bro. If there's something else on,
I watch the shit. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm speaking from a genuine standpoint.
Flames, you watch it?
Yeah, I watch it.
Who's McCautry? You know McCautry?
Angel McCautry. What are we talking about? What are we talking? She's dope. What do you mean?
What happened to her? What happened to her?
I'm not all into her affairs. I can't say all that off the court and all this. She just
got released or something.
Released? What she do?
She didn't do nothing. Because my point is, I'm
a great player.
My point is, nobody watches that to pay enough money for it to even survive. The NBA is subsidizing the WNBA.
Nobody's watching this channel right here. This podcast, this content is booming, but nobody's on it right now. So it's the same type of thing. It's the same deal.
No, bro, it's not. It's really not. Like, so I get you like this. A jump shot in the WNBA is just, you know, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. They're, you know, who's wet like that in the WNBA?
Sue Bird.
She ain't wet like that, bro.
Her percentages say otherwise. Like, you could name 10 basketball players, and I bet you Sue Bird's 3-point average is right up in there. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
I didn't say.
So we gotta be.
I said wet. You know, see what I mean? See what I mean? As a basketball player,
we talking about percentages.
No, I said wet. I said wet. You know what wet is?
Yeah,
I'm not. Wet is not making it.
It's 39% and up from three. That's wet.
No, Flame. No,
what are we talking? What's wet?
Wet is slapping the net. Wet is smacking the net like Klay and them. And when you get it, it's like automatic. Now Bird can shoot. She's a good basketball player. I'm not.
So you mean to tell me just because a couple of her shots hit the rim a little bit and don't just go straight through, which they do, because there's plenty. We could Google the shit right now. There's plenty of shots where Sue Bird is hitting all net. That's
DLG podcast edition, man. This is what we do, man.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe.
The agenda changes.
Like and subscribe, baby.
The agenda
changes. I strongly disagree. I think women's basketball.
And I get it,
bro. I think it's marketed the wrong way. I think the homosexuality is killing off their market. You know, it is, but
we'll agree with
the
that.
Actual skill level is there. You said what?
That's I agree with that. But I don't think the skill level is there because you want to know why? Even at 48, there ain't a woman in the NBA who I couldn't take. So I don't think the skill level is there.
Diana Taurasi will give you 40, nigga.
No, she will not, bro. I will bust Diana Taurasi.
I know Kelsey Plum will give you that work.
I will bust her ass too.
She'll give you that work.
So you mean to tell me?
Elizabeth
wait, no.
I'm telling you this,
bro.
The agenda,
bro.
Let me speak.
No. We gonna get back to that because I will ask my question.
Ass.
So you mean to tell me? I'm gonna go back then. 20 years ago, you would have beat Cynthia Cooper.
Bust her ass.
All right.
Well,
Look,
you
I'm
probably a
telling you
good
this.
player though.
Look, listen, I'm telling you this.
I seen him play. Look,
I'm
bro,
gonna tell
the
you
nigga's
this.
a good player, Dr. Hood.
Some
But
that are good.
we don't.
You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
we ain't here for that.
But listen, though, I'm gonna tie it in what we're here for. See, the
Nigga, you
agenda
could not
says,
beat Cynthia Cooper.
listen, though, the agenda says I can't, like these people who say they want to change their gender and they want to get in the boxing ring and beat up women, and then they want to wrestle women and they want to run against women. Well, if somehow the agenda let me say this and get on the WNBA court, oh, I'm an all-star. You feel what I mean? Like right now
Oh,
at 50.
well, here's the thing. It's coming. Like, here's what's so sad about that. It's coming. It's
No, it's
coming.
not
They're ramping it up. They're trying to do some weird shit like that. I hope it don't happen, but they're definitely trying to do it.
But this is the agenda we talk about, right? Why did the agenda works for males to be competing against women in a certain thing, but we can't as male, you get what I mean? Like it's kind of backwards. Like, so the WNBA, if you accept the gender crap, right? If you accept that you were born, you could change your gender, you're a different gender, when really in reality, all I've known is to be male or female bathrooms for I don't know how long that was, but whoever never thought about gender way back then, right? So this is my argument to where I don't believe in a gender because of the male and female bathrooms. If it was so, we would have had a different gender bathroom a long time ago. So like you just said, somehow this crap's just been coming up, right? It's just being sprung up on us lately. And another fact that you say, if an archaeologist dug up some bones, it's only gonna be this person was male or this person was female, not what their gender was. So let's just face it, it's crap and it assaults our intelligence. And even in sports, so let's take it back to the Brittney Griner in the WNBA. Now they are putting Brittney Griner on the floor. Now they say don't do politics, but all of a sudden, you know,
They put her likeness on the floor.
yeah, or whatever they did.
Yeah.
But we get mad at Kaepernick, and this is the only thing I'm gonna ever agree with Kaepernick on. Right? I don't really agree with Kaepernick stuff, but because me and you talked about this, the nigga was weak when he started the Black Power and all that crap. When he was good, he wasn't doing that. But my point is,
he had an attitude for sure.
But my point is,
you niggas is wild.
But my point is, I thought we were against the political stance in the games.
Man,
right?
please.
Now all of a sudden, we want to free Brittney for her being stupid.
Well, she's a prisoner of war, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what her dumb ass get for trying to sneak in put some cannabis in some vape. That's a dummy. I'm sorry, bro. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's not insult my intelligence.
And speaking of that's my whole thing. Don't insult my intelligence with the whole, Russian customs planted that on her, where I'm all like, they could have just planted some shit to give her life.
Right.
They could have planted some real drugs on her. Like, come on, y'all. Like, don't do it this way. This is crazy.
Right.
But like you guys are saying, when you're dealing with politics, when you're dealing with agendas, we throw common sense out the window. Right.
Like
and it's sad. It's sad because even though we ain't even talking about this so reminds me of like the Jussie Smollett thing, when you're just creating something because you have a certain narrative and you're not even dealing with common sense.
Right. Like an agenda with the Jussie Smollett thing, right? So if you're from Chicago, the area he was talking about was like Skid Row or something. Like somebody was telling me, I forget. But what would a nigga be doing down in that area at that time of the night for somebody to mug?
Nigga, okay. So do you want to recap the story? Do you want me to tell you?
I forget because go ahead because I forgot about it.
Okay, now his flight flew in. I'm telling you what he said, so don't argue with me. I'm telling you the story. Okay, his flight came in. There was no food.
And he went straight to the slum area.
He
But that's what I'm saying. The agenda makes us want to be stupid. Like we gotta go research this shit, or you gotta know. But keep going.
So he went. He was hungry, and he wanted to go get a salad. Okay. Dr. Hood is my manager. I'm gonna be Jesse.
Who's Jesse?
Hood's my
Just in
manager.
case y'all don't know who Jesse is. I did
Jesse Smollett.
I did a stream over on the Dr. Hood channel. You guys go over there too. Check it
Oh
out.
shit, we need sound bites from that.
Nah, we don't want to get into that, bro.
We need to get not
Yeah.
right now. But anyway,
yeah.
Jesse, he went to go get the salad. He decided to call his manager or something to see if he wanted the sandwich. I guess it was 2 a.m. Interested time to be calling him about something like that. Then another dude who was his talent agent or something, he called him, and when he got attacked, the dude was on the phone. You know, he never hung the phone up or nothing like that. He's all like, "Oh, Dr. Hood, did you hear that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a few of us then got in conflicts while we was on the phone, and we often, I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all just hung up or something, right?
I don't know. Yeah, right. We hang up. Yep, you're right.
Right? If I run up on one of you two niggas and you guys on the phone,
Remember I was on live. Remember I was on live bashing the gay dude. I brought out the closet. Remember, and then they showed up at my house and they just cut off. I just cut it off and dealt with them cats. And I was like, what happened? They wanted to see what happened. You're right.
So then, you know, they throw the bleach on them because they had the bleach. You know, they knew him. You know, oh MAGA or not MAGA. Oh Empire. You know, they did that. He fought back. He got a slight cut under the eye. They put a noose around his neck, and he started screaming, "There's a noose around my neck! There's a fucking noose around my neck!" So then he takes the noose off his neck, right? So I pull up to your house. So now I'm at your house. Flames, you know, Dr. Hood was still on the phone because this is what was said. So Dr. Hood was on the phone. Oh, did you hear that, Dr. Hood? Yeah, man. Okay, so then I go to my manager's house, which is Topper. So Topper see that. So I go in there and I put the noose back on my neck so the cops could see how it was. Now, I don't know about y'all, but
a lot of that's just fishy, and I didn't know it was that deep in fishiness. Once I heard he was in the area where the explicit gay sex, I just knew what it was. So I didn't, I didn't even, or I don't even know if it was that, or he was in a slum place. Once I knew the story was fishy from a Chicago person, I left it alone. It was,
I knew it was fishy when the police came to his house or wherever they came to. Still had the noose on his fucking neck.
Now, come on, Dr. Hood.
Now that right there, that was just
come on, Dr. Hood.
You still got it on like you had a good night. You had a tie on that day. You had a good night, so you pulled him down like halfway. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
but this got to come off now.
Let's jump to this. Let's jump to the meat and potatoes. If y'all
go ahead. But that's the reason why I quit watching Empire. By the way, too much of that. So Empire was a good show until they start just going into that.
I just want to say this real quick. That ties into my thing about don't insult my intelligence, right? I might not be the absolute smartest nigga, but I'm from the CD. The fuck is you talking about?
What you mean from man? That's a lot of so
nigga. Bro, we smart. We smart, nigga. We smart, nigga.
I'm not gonna get into that.
We smart, nigga. You ready to you see here you go.
Yeah.
That play roll the tape. Roll the tape. I'm not doing this with him, Hood. This dude trying to attack.
You know how I feel about different. You know how I feel about some of you Seattle niggas.
Man, roll the tape. I'm not doing this with you.
Seattle? Okay,
see, you trying to make this about you right now. That's why Dr. Hood is here to keep this.
My bad. You almost triggered me.
Yeah, man. Play the tape. I can't deal with him right now, Dr. Hood.
He almost triggered something.
Let's fuck with this video, Umar Johnson. Hey, you guys, this is this nigga talking, so don't think that
Oh yeah, yeah.
everything
This is
he
not our
say,
views, but we're
you
just
know,
listening. We're gonna talk about it when we're done.
we
Facts.
reacting to it, you know, of
Facts.
course. So we got to ad lib and everything. You know, you don't want to get no copyright strikes. You gotta. The strategy is to
But
uh
listen to the ladies, not
transform
trying
the
to listen
video.
to them. That's another thing. They don't want to listen to the meat and the points. Uh,
No, no.
the
See,
one.
you're making it biased now. You're
No, no.
making them.
Oh, not. I'm talking about the,
You're forming
not
an
the
opinion
lady.
before they get to see it.
Okay. Okay. All
You feel
right.
me?
Go ahead.
Not for
All right.
us. You can
All
do
right.
that
Go
to
ahead.
us
Go
all
ahead.
day.
Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
I
You got to
can't hear
ad
her.
lib a little bit just to
Well,
make
right
it
now
not
she's
every
talking.
couple seconds or whatever. I mean, every 15 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah, she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about, but it's he's a guest somewhere and he's
Well,
about
no,
to get
she's
in.
let me give you the context. He's opening the school. He's against homosexuality. He doesn't say he hates homosexuals. He just against, you know, that practice or whatever you want to call it. So she's talking to him about the school he's going to open up, the charter school, and she just wants to know, are homosexuals allowed in the school? That was her original question. And then of course it segues a little bit, but that's pretty much what we're about to see right now.
All right. I can't hear him. Got to turn him up though.
You can't hear him?
No, we can't hear him at all. Can't hear him at all, bro. So yeah, that's a good clip because he breaks it down like you said to where he doesn't. You don't have to like a certain type of group. Like let's say rappers. You know, you don't have to like a rapper. You can have a school say I don't want no rap music. You know, it's not.
So you
You know,
guys couldn't hear that.
not at all.
That's crazy. Hold up.
It was distorted. We can't hear it. Can't hear it, bro.
What about
Not-
you, Chef?
Man, can you hear it?
He
Uh,
must be on mute.
No,
I hear
shit, I
hear it
can't hear that
perfectly
shit
fine.
either.
You can't? Let me pull it down and bring it back up.
yeah. So the thing is so people call me homophobic and all that. You know what I say? I don't like to explain it because I hate to say like I hate when white people say, "Well, I got black friends," but I got a couple gay friends that I talk to. You know, I just seen one not too long ago. Sat and talked to him. He was out having a beer with some. You know, talk to him all the time. Just gave a shout out to a person who's like so. But at the same time, I tell people I don't like to go to where I don't go to gay clubs.
I had
Feel
to
me?
tap out for a minute and tap back in. Yeah, did you guys get that audio fixed?
I don't know what it ain't shit fixed. I hit the button. Hold up. Let me see if you guys hear it. Hold up. You can't hear that?
No,
Man, this is crazy, man.
no. Okay, sure can. Maybe try it from a different source.
Man, I done did this shit 100 times. You know, you did something 100 times, and now
Yeah.
the 101st time it's not working.
Uh,
like,
so
Yeah, I hate that
like
shit.
even if I do it another way, I'm gonna do it the exact way. I play it. There's the volume right there. It's up. The volume's up on it. You guys see this? Let me see. Look at this.
Oh,
See, volume up, all the way up. I play it. I hear it perfectly fine.
No, we hear some muffled shit. So let's transition into Dwayne Wade now, since we got another topic we can skip to my little too. This agenda with like the Dwayne Wade versus Boosie, right? Now let's just say you disagree with Boosie, right? But I'm gonna say this: there's a certain thing called rites of passage. If it was in your lineage or in your history to at 12 years old, you you made your son come into manhood, which is busting a nut. Get what I mean? That's kind of what Boosie did, basically, on the male bravado of it, right? We have all kind of rites of passages where men take their kids into the wilderness to kill bears or whatever, right? All of a sudden, when Boosie did it, I would say the only thing that would be mad about would be, well, they, I mean, man, it was a big deal because of, I guess it was because he was taking them to get sex when most kids are gonna have sex around that age anyway. But it wasn't even the law breaking thing. It wasn't even that he was going to mess with a prostitute. That part was okay. The part that they was outraged about was at 12 years old, he was getting his son some head. Feel what I mean? Like the legal part of it didn't even come up. They could have cared less. Now let's take the Dwayne Wade's daughter and they're dressing up as you know, the full fledged.
So wait. So you just think that was just a rites of passage type of
I
thing?
mean, I'm saying it could have been. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what his family. I don't know what his rights of passage is. It's
Yeah, them
different.
niggas from Baton Rouge, I mean,
I mean, like I
my
said, I
family
don't know
from
what they
down
do.
there, they definitely move different than we do, no
That was
question.
some dumbass shit. I'm gonna tell you.
No
You know
question.
what I'm saying?
I don't. All I'm saying, bro. If you understand what rites of passage is, they're taking kids. Some tribes, some cultures take your kid at 12 into the wilderness, and you got to come back with some food, bro, or you ain't a man, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I understand it more than I don't understand it, coming from a male perspective, right?
Yeah,
I,
I had that experience with my grandfather when I was certain ages. There was certain shit that this nigga took me to do. I remember this nigga took me camping and we had no food, bro.
But we're talking about. I'm just guessing. An adult woman.
but that's what I just
Well,
explained, Frames. That's the only part that they didn't even talk about that. If there's anything that was wrong, that would be what was wrong.
right, that's everything.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, if your dad is there to consent, then is it wrong?
Yes, he's there to
Yeah,
consent.
nigga,
He's
of
a terrible
course.
parent. That's a terrible
Yeah.
fucking parent, bro.
Hey,
That's
bro.
that's what we call it. The money don't
So,
mean shit, and a lot of
so
times when people got money, people give motherfuckers passes and shit.
my
You
son
know
is
what I'm saying?
17. If we went to an
He's
island,
17. That's different than 12.
in some cultures, but just like this is what I'm saying, bro. Just hear me out on the BS. If I'm 16, if my son is a certain age, and I'm the dad who's there, it's what I say. I'm just comparing
That
it to
don't mean
these.
that don't mean that you're
I,
a good dad, though.
I'm not
That's my
saying
point.
that. I'm just saying this. I'm just getting on
I
the hip hop.
understand that. Your
I'm
dad,
getting
if
on
the
the
dad, like whatever
hypocrisy
I want
stuff.
my kids to do, they gonna do. Like
Yeah, I'm
right
getting
now, I
on the
tell
hip.
my kids to do anything stupid. They're
I'm
gonna
just getting on
fucking
the
do it.
hypocrisy thing, right?
You feel me?
The hypocrisy thing. But now let's switch it over to this. But my son could, then at how old was he when he said he wanted to dress like he wanted to change his gender? And then you want to, even in some cases with some people, they even want to change their genitalia because these kids are saying this, right? It's just this is some agenda stuff is what I'm getting at. It's just totally hypocritical. It's just totally stupid. It's just totally. it's just dumb, bro.
But
Like
you said it was a rites of passage.
you got to understand what a rites of passage is. If a rites of
I
passage
do.
is
I do.
so that
Motherfuckers go shoot the bow and arrow. We know this.
He said
So
in some cultures though.
yeah, so I'm saying I'm not
But
saying
there's
I agree.
none that give sex at 12.
How do you know?
Prove me wrong then. That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
well, he just had
How
his
are you
son
so
do it.
quick to disagree? But we all can agree is that nobody can say the culture that does that. We can all agree to that. And I could name some cultures that don't.
I'm talking about not a.
So right now you can't argue that one right there. That's my point.
What I'm saying is Bootsy in his culture, right? That's what he does. He wanted to give his he's probably not the first one who did that. He's not the first. So you're saying Boosie's the first? Is he the first to put it on the internet? But how do we know some people ain't?
No, I'm not even gonna say.
If this was a regular broke motherfucker, if this was, just a regular motherfucker, their ass would be in CPS court. That kid will be getting taken away.
Because he put it on the internet. Because he put it on the internet is what I'm saying. If it wasn't on the internet, yeah, that's another thing to look at. Because it was Boosie, he's not in trouble. But because it was on the internet, we know about it. But we don't know about people's rights of culture and what they're doing. Who like niggas?
Well, shit. We could go back to the one
that
dude
nigga got the same culture as me and you, bro.
Yeah, but he does. But people's beliefs are different, though.
That nigga got the same fucking culture as you and me.
Subcultures is different. The subcultures and subcultures, bro. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
but we could take this all the way back to what's the boy's name who's a DJ? He married the teacher. The Uso.
Who?
Remember back in the day? Hello?
No.
Uso.
I think her name was Mary Kay Letourneau or something.
Oh, the teacher.
Yeah, the teacher.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to. You guys do your own fact checking. Any viewers, do your own fact checking.
Yeah, man. We fact check us, man. We got to speak the facts. Do that. Look that up. But I'm just saying, like, when you look back at that, and I know that that's a whole different thing, but it's still about underage. Well, what I view to be underage. Everybody got their own agenda. Man, my son 21, and I don't want that nigga fucking. So you can imagine how I feel about.
But then you put it on the other foot and daughters, and you know what I'm saying. Like this shit could go left. You know what I'm saying. That's why I stay away from it. Just because of your status or your money, that doesn't mean that you're a good leader or a parent or any of that. I'm just speaking to the audience.
But let's say that Boosie's grandfather did it to him, and his grandfather and his dad did it to him, and his dad did it to him.
And them is some pedophilic motherfuckers.
But if we didn't know, and we didn't know, that'd be there. That's that. And he say, "Son, it's right." There's
no excuse though. There's no excuse,
bro. There's a lot.
Just like if they jump on it, if the law jump on his ass for that.
I get that. I'm not agreeing with it.
What's he gonna blame it on his dad? Blame it on his grandpa? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean that's just how it is. We can blame a lot of shit on our kids, our parents.
Well, I think that what the point he was getting to is why is it a huge deal that's going on, and boys naturally like girls, but it's completely okay that we're pretty much okaying us. A trans situation or a possible sex change, right? Even that came up. And I'm all for people having their own choices, but I do understand the contradictions in that. And there's some of us who don't, and then that's where we get into the agenda where it's all like, oh, this is okay, but this ain't okay. So I completely understand where he was headed with it. I get where he was headed with it.
Yeah, because there's no way. I don't like. We all know, as a 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old, and this is what one girl told me. They turn into tomboys. Now I don't know too many guys who start off flimsy and end up not flimsy. But what I'm saying is you're gonna change your mind. You know what I mean? So changing your genitalia is a huge thing. You're not in your right mind to change your genitalia. You shouldn't you should never be okay for a kid to do that. That should be only something you should do as an adult. Period. Now, having sex.
Uh-oh.
We have sex before we're an adult.
There you go. Somebody in the comments. The Jew bar mitzvahs is at 13.
They become adults.
So they engaging in sex and everything.
So hey, bro, you want to come on and you want to come on? I got a bar mitzvah this
weekend. I got to do a bar mitzvah this weekend.
Who is that, bro?
I want to know that. I want to know that.
Who bring that person on?
And then if they are, I want to know, because you can't just ask them that question and then not ask them this one, right?
Yeah, I mean, bring the person on.
Are they bringing their dad? Is their dad bringing a grown woman to have sex with the 13-year-old?
You gonna bring the bro on to tell us about the bar mitzvah stuff? Because I'm not Jewish. I mean, I don't know nothing about it.
Well, no, I can't bring him on. He if he want to get on, he'll say, "Bring me up," or you know what I'm saying?
Okay. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. I don't know what goes on at their 13th bar mitzvah. Who knows? Maybe there are women who secretly is gonna, or girls that's gonna be there for the guy to get broke off at the bar mitzvah. She might not be an adult. Maybe she might be a 16-year-old in their culture who knows that she got to do it, and we're just gonna keep it under wraps because my point is I'm not Jewish. I don't know, but.
And Bootsy's not Jewish. I do know that.
But I know he's not. But
this debate would be. I like you though. You debate any topic.
what I'm saying, we don't know what his rites of passage is. It's an
he don't got
thing.
one. Like, come on,
it's
man.
An individual
his
thing, bro.
Just like a nigga in the hood with a dope sack or go get a gun.
It's an individual thing. Rites of passage ain't. It doesn't have to be a group. It could be just between me and my son. We can start off a rites of passage right now, just between me and him.
Right,
I can decide it.
But how positive?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I remember my grandfather took me camping, my nigga, and we had like some little seasonings. We didn't have no food, and when I asked about some food, he said, "Oh yeah, let me explain to you why we here." And nigga, we had to make it happen. It was a hell of an experience.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That was his rites of passage.
But it didn't possibly like hurt you though in your growth.
It could have, bro. The nigga could have went hungry. See what I mean? It's subjective to where
he knew how long,
a bear could have came, bro. He could have been. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is,
man, you will argue any topic, bro.
I'm sticking to the rites of passage point that you're missing the point of it. Like,
no, I get it. Okay. But
I'm not saying
like, is there rites of passages that are actually just harmful to your son? Like,
taking a kid out there to kill a lion, nigga, is harmful, nigga. What you talking about?
Nigga, our kids play sports, nigga.
So
sports is dangerous, bro.
So you get a tramp. I'd rather have my son go out there and kill the lion. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? So you go bring
I'm gonna keep
a tramp with hella miles on it. Like any bitch that would do that,
the prostitute
is a piece of shit, low scum, bottom of the fucking earth.
But what if it's like 12 years old? He get to get a virgin from the Hawaiian Islands or the Jamaica Islands. That is. In their rites of passage is that
then your argument will be a hell of a lot stronger than it is now because
but I'm not arguing on the prostitute though. That's my point. I'm not arguing on that. The prostitute is wrong.
That's wrong on so many levels. Building families and that's why we're in this situation that we're in because of fathers like that.
Bro. Like I said, bro.
How?
Because I'm not
So when he dates your daughter, I don't know if you got any.
I got daughters.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold on.
So he dates
Happy
your
birthday,
daughter.
Kiana. It's my daughter's birthday.
Disrespectful ass kid. You know, been getting his dick sucked since he was 12 years old. You know, so you know he gonna try to stick his dick in your 16, 17-year-old. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Nigga, that the most respectful, nice dude gonna try to do that.
Yeah, bro. Come on, what are we talking about? That's what it is. You feel what I mean?
You know what I'm saying, my nigga? Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. That's like if my,
So
my daughter.
We all, man, it's over sexual. I mean, they're already over sexualized.
Absolutely.
You know? So why add grease to the fire? That's my thing.
So
I got to be strong about this, about my disagreement on this level. I just can't sit here and be quiet while we're on this topic.
But we're arguing. See, you're arguing two different points. We're talking about this against the outrage of the transgendered and Dwyane Wade's son.
And you're not giving Boosie no pushback. That's what's happening.
No. I can give him some pushback, but
so
like
therefore, if somebody listening, they got two motherfuckers on the panel agreeing that this is perfectly okay.
I didn't say it was okay.
And then you got one guy, he's totally against it. You know what I'm saying?
I said it's a different. So like I said, the prostitute level that's what they keep talking about. It's the prostitute. Now, it's not about if, like I said, to where it's more wrong to take a person who's a male and change him into a female than it is to get your kid topped off, which he's going to do anyway, which is what he's supposed to do in life. Get to the reproduce. That's what he's going to do. You can put him in nature and you don't even, Boosie don't even have to be there and he's going to do that. Matter of fact, if Boosie wasn't there, he probably would have already done that. But then to say this person, I could just change your gender, and the argument every time I'm choosing what Boosie did over that. Now, if I want to dissect Boosie, yeah, he's fucking wrong for getting a prostitute.
Okay. That's what I want to hear. Cause this ain't just like if this was a conversation that we were just having backstage, then I wouldn't give any pushback. But who knows? This video might.
Well, in defense of him, we never let him get to that whole part. Right. Like we immediately heard that and hopped on it.
And I've been telling Jay, I just had it off backstage. See, me and you been dialoguing, so you know to listen for it. James and Foxy are backstage. They didn't know that they don't give me that yet. I'm like a paragraph. I'm gonna say a statement, and then I got 3 sentences to get to the point. So you understand that, man, because me and you be dialogue. Most cats who I fuck with, I say something. They don't let me get to that, bro.
That's because they don't like you, bro. Niggas who I don't like, I don't listen.
This,
I'm not gonna let a nigga I don't like.
Flames, listen to him though, because
not if I don't like you.
So or you don't like it, or you don't want to hear it. You want to cut me off.
No, listen. What I'm saying is that you be having discussions with niggas who don't like you, bro. I'm not gonna let you finish. You my mans. Of course I'm gonna listen to you.
Right.
Right. But usually, bro, you don't have these control. You be going up against your ops, nigga. I don't talk to my ops. Me and you different.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. But Flames, you see what I'm saying, bro? I just tried to explain that backstage to you and Fozzie at nauseum. Nigga, let me say what I'm gonna say and give me my 3 sentences, which is that makes a paragraph. I learned that in AP English. You know what I mean? That's how I communicate.
Nigga, we know you're educated, man. Hold on. No, we're not gonna do this. See?
Yeah.
Now you want to talk about your education? Listen.
Yeah. I like talking about my education because everybody thinks I'm a thug, so I gotta put that out there. Because people get mad when I put out my education because I'm not gonna let you just thug me out all the time. You feel me? Right. I'm not gonna let you thug me out when you wanna thug me out. And nah, bro, I'm educated. I'm not in thug mode right now. So I gotta keep telling people about WSU, my communications major. That's just me. Because if I don't, I'll let niggas tear me down to where they're at. Nah, Jimmy's like, Jimmy feels he thinks he's the shit, he knows I'm the shit, so I talk the shit. That's just me. So I'm gonna always talk about my education to the day I die. Glad you touched on it. And I'm glad people, you know what I mean, it ain't mine. You know, people could talk about, everybody brags about their shit. But when I brag about my shit, why is it? Because like you said.
Because we don't want to see Jimmy Quinn's win.
Exactly, bro.
They don't want to see him win.
That's exactly.
They don't want to see Jimmy Quinn's win, man.
They don't want to see Jimmy Quinn's
my
win.
My brag is a win on my life because
look though. So listen. Let me ask you a question.
I want to see everybody win. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Let me ask you a question, Topper Hill.
Go ahead, Mike.
Are you implying? Because I wanna segue this directly into who we are, the black community. Are you implying that or not even implying, are you saying that in the black community, we are giving more pushback to the situation about the boy and the prostitute, the sex or whatever, as opposed to the situation with the possible gender transitioning and the sex change, that type of thing?
Well, just like Flame said, we're missing the argument because then all we thinking about is the prostitute.
No, look. Me and you, we're past that. So are you saying that we care about the one thing, like it's a big deal, outrage, fuck that, but then on another hand, we're like, you're great because you're so understanding and you're so in tune with what's happening?
I guess, because I kind of don't get that because I'm not in tune with it. Like,
no. Okay. We're talking about the situation. On one hand, we're condemning these actions.
Right.
Then on another hand, we're condoning these actions when both of them shouldn't be anything we're accepting.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, to be honest though, is what a man does with his father, his rites of passage ain't my business. Only problem I have is he put it out for the world to see.
Here's the thing, my nigga. If I tell you I went to Cancun and post all the pictures, and you look at my feet and you're all like, "Yo, bro, you got 2 left feet." The fuck my feet got to do with the pictures? But I put the pictures up.
Right. That's my point.
So it's not necessarily your business. Like, did you ask Boosie this?
No.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so I'm on your page with you with that. I got a problem with what Boosie did. That's if you're getting into that. I got a problem with Boosie. What Boosie did, he's supposed to keep that.
If he does that, he's not supposed to let that one out. No. And we can only be judged off of what people know and you know what I'm saying, the shit that pops out about motherfuckers. Let's agree to that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm,
because these perfectly good motherfuckers everybody think is, this big Russell Wilson model citizen ass type of dude. They be having skeletons in their closet and shit too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
as long as we agree to disagree,
So
if Boosie putting this information out here, what you think gonna happen?
He's an idiot. That's idiot shit, bro.
It was just if he posted it, yeah, it was a slip up.
He's exploiting this kid. That's like child pornography or some shit.
And if you hear his son got somebody pregnant already,
see,
if I heard correctly, but I ain't want to gossip. I don't know about that.
Now the thing is this. You see how you heard that? It should have been the same way about that scenario, that demonstration that Boosie put out. That's something you should have heard about, and at least a nigga can say, "Man, you can't believe everything, whatnot."
Well, if he did something great, we would have celebrated him for that. You know what I'm saying? If he did, let's say in a month or two, he does something great that maybe can patch this up.
Speaking of the agenda, let's not get off topic, but I mean it's kind of off topic. It's going to segue to this.
Well, no, this is parenting. This is all parenting.
Yeah, this is parenting. So this is what I'm talking about. So, do you know the Catholic priest, right? You know how long they've been raping kids? These kids are now adults.
Yep.
You know, these adults who've been raped are making laws. And so,
Yeah.
let's get into this umbrella. So they say that if you get molested, they say it's a gateway to being being this way, being in the LGBT. I don't know how true that is, right? But so if the Catholic priest and there's a gang of, you know how many churches there are with Catholics in them, who thousands or hundreds of people this has been happening to, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, right? We ain't talking. It's for some reason we're just skipping over this part. But Ray Donovan can come out. I don't know if you've seen the Ray Donovan. That's why he's how he was. Because the Catholic priest, they did. You'll find it
Ray
in movies,
Donovan's the character.
and that's my point. You'll find it in movies.
Oh, got it. Okay, my bad. Okay,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sorry, bro.
Like you'll find it in movies, but you won't find
Okay.
it. We won't be talking about it. And
Okay.
then
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, dang, bro, Catholic priests, they're everywhere. That's really Catholicism is really what found what mostly American is. Basically, we're all Catholics. We can't go to church we can't go to the bank on Sundays. We can't go to school on Sundays. During Christmas, everything is closed. Every Catholic holiday is shuts down America. Period. I mean, there's nothing you could pretty much do on a Catholic holiday, right or wrong, man.
Oh man, bro, I know I went to Catholic school, so that I don't even, that's a whole, how I feel about that. So that's a whole nother thing. And
But
I'm not even trying to do
that's the
all
seg
that.
of the agenda we talk. Remember, so since we ain't
Yeah,
got enough, we got
right.
to talk about the agenda.
Yeah.
That's the elephant in the room agenda. You feel me? That's the that's the
That,
mental
yeah.
psychology. What Umar talks about, that it's a mental illness, and it's still in the book as a mental illness. Now, if we describe certain things as a mental illness, you got to get ADHD, and you got to take your kids to take medicine. In the book of mental illness, they say that this is what homosexuality is. Now, before homosexuality not be that, you have to change it, right? With the doctors who changed it in the first place. They haven't changed it yet. But you see how the agenda works? We don't talk about the legalities of stuff, but we want to give kids ADHD. We want to give them pills and shit in the community. Maybe that might be a tangent or something, but what I'm saying is the agenda is is social intelligence.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
do you guys think this hyper masculinity is also playing a part? Let me give you an example. Drill music, right? So you got a bunch of niggas, they doped up, whatever, all in a room with the heat turned up and no shirts on. What's the message? Like, what are, and I get it. I see the guns, I get it. I see the activists or whatever it is you guys got. That's fine. But just the visuals on that, like, where that come from? Hey, Dr. Hood.
I mean, this just the evolution of how
Bro,
the rap music and the gangster music came into the thing. They just wasn't jumping around like that all in the room, but it's the same thing. They
Oh,
talking about
okay.
the
So that's
same
their
shit.
version of it.
Yeah,
but
that's their
also,
version
bro,
of it.
so that's another elephant in
And
the
that and
room.
that,
Sticks and
but
shit. Everybody got sticks. See, the new gangster these days, they got gun permits. You know, like back in our day, there wasn't too
gun
many
permits.
with gun permits. But yeah,
But
now these little dudes you be seeing waving sticks and shit. Like they got gun permits and shit.
nah, he's talking about the shirts off. He's talking about the masculinity of the shirts off. I know what you're getting at, man. Like, so a bunch of niggas sitting around with their shirts off. Like, I tell you, name nigga, put on a shirt, man. If I came to your house, I came to your house and you came out with your shirt off.
If I do that, listen, look, here's the whole thing. You niggas wouldn't even have me on the show. Right, Dr. Hood?
See, I don't really know. I don't really know if there's a problem with that.
No, I'm gonna segue the problem with it, and this is what I'm saying. The problem with
I
it
don't
is
like it.
when you go to see I ain't been to prison.
See, I have. So
And see, that's the thing. To where not this, it's okay, but like he's saying, it's conditioning you guys, and you know what's in prison, bro. The hardest nigga turn.
Even
They
even
turn what they ain't supposed to be.
hey,
And
even
maybe
the
that's where
whole
it starts.
even the whole shit
nah,
about
you know it started. You said it
always
started
touching a
in the,
nigga.
back in
Hey
the,
man,
you know.
listen. Do you know how many fucking times I done either walked in a room, Dr. Hood was in there, he done walked in a room, I was in the room. I know this nigga good, but I ain't never just been always touching this nigga, and I bet you I couldn't do it now. See, it make me want to do some experimenting and just see what would happen. Because we would never, we never did this. Bro, when we walked in, okay, dap, hug, my nigga, was good, congratulations, however that shit go. I don't get to just keep coming up, touching your shoulder, being next to, bro.
Okay. So you saying they jumping around and doing, you know, touching on each other and you know all of this shit,
bro.
Right, and I'm not saying that they're.
Well, no, it definitely the temperature definitely changed. I just
prime example, bro.
Definitely.
I think a dude is a fruitcake.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, bro.
I'm saying fruitcake, my bad. I think a person is like that because that's what he's always trying to do. And I'm always uncomfortable, and I give you like 3 seconds to have your hand on my shoulder. That might even be too long. But then I'm gonna push you off, like, bro. You keep doing it again, I'm gonna be like, come on, bro. I don't like people touching my shoulders.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, if you put it in that context, because you put it in that context.
We've had these guys cases up. I can't say.
But that's the drugs and stuff too, though. You know.
That's okay.
That's the drugs and shit too.
Right.
We didn't have this many choices. Like they got a whole menu worth of shit that they could get into.
Because I did hear this, and this is some Seattle stuff. When ecstasy first came out, they say the Seattle dudes was
here we go. See, hey man, we gonna have to mute you.
Hey.
Here we go.
That's just what I heard, bro. I don't know if it's true or not.
It's not true, nigga.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that shit happen in every city. You know?
Yeah, facts.
Every motherfucker city. But anyway, we cooked. We had a nice cookout. You know what I'm saying? It's a DLG podcast. We just want to get you guys up in the building. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, you know, for the people that's going to be seeing this. And, you know, they might jump in about 20, you know, episode 20 or something and want to go back and watch them all, binge watch, just put the shit on auto play and just play it all and love it. Because we got some good content for you.
Dr. Umar, because we wanted to put that in, but it kind of threw us for a loop.
Now, I don't know. Maybe the quality of the video, you saw it. It was turned all the way up, everything. You know
what I'm saying? Our bad for it to where we wanted to put that, we wanted to give you a little bit of his understanding of it and go off of that because we are bad for it. We'll get it.
Yeah, nah, he was digging. They would have loved that. But we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll take it off of there, amp it up on the joint so that it'll be loud. You know what I'm saying? Get it in like that. But you guys get closing remarks before we get up out of here.
Just for the listeners, we want y'all to know there's certain things that aren't going to be talked about because we don't want to bring any unnecessary or undeserved attention to it. So if you guys know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But as you guys watch the show, you guys are going to see we're not going to address content that we feel is beneath who we are. It's not going to happen. So if you're wondering, well, aren't you talking about what happened at the supermarket? We're not going to talk about that. That's it for me.
Go ahead. Top of hill.
For me, happy birthday, Kiana. Since my daughter's 16th birthday.
11111. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And maybe we're going to get into this topic one day. Punk rock moms. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, this day used to be for me. I'll be up getting Valentine. I'll be up getting heart-shaped stuff, card, going to her school, blazing the whole classroom with cupcakes and everything. But lately, I ain't getting nothing on this day, so I'm a bomb hubbub. But other than that, peace and love. You know what it is. Topper Hill, the real deal.
Yes, sir. See you on the next one.
Deuces.
Peace.